Hey, y'all, we up in that cup of coffee with Jason Davis. You can see there is no coffee yet. We gotta log in. We might do some. Please like, share, do all that stuff. Let your friends know about me. Some buttons on here that I never use. Don't find it what they mean. I guess it's live is the wrong time to be trying to figure out. Let me write a message. Hello, everyone. All right, y'all. So I just want to go ahead and get live first, and then I want to let you know that I'll be right back. So what I'm gonna do is, uh, let me do a calling. I'm getting a text. Let's see if I can get a call in, y'all. So I gotta go make my coffee. You know what time it is. We're writing lyrics today, y'all. We're writing song lyrics. I might not get an answer. I'm already working on one piece. If you saw writing lyrics, the little side piece, uh, film that I was working on. Boom. We're finishing the third stanza of the sestina. Please don't go anywhere. I'm gonna leave it live. Got one person live. Okay. Y'all, I'm gonna leave it live. We're gonna keep it going. I archive my YouTube lives. I am extremely sleepy, so these cup of coffee with Jason Davis, this one really means something to me. So let me see what I'm. Can I just set the coffee cup right there? I gotta give you something to do here. I can't believe we can live. Let's find out what I got on my phone. I can just at least let play. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes when I'm looking at PayPal, I think I'm looking at Pandora. I got some music, y'all. It's already ready to go. Let's go ahead and put it out. Everything must change. I'm just gonna put my name in YouTube and see what it come over. I'm just watching my homeboy Christian Party. Let's see. Just got I guess I can play it this month. I already paid the license. I'm gonna set this shit for you. It's gonna come on pretty good. If you haven't bought that, please go buy it. I'll be right back. Can I see who that one person is? Playing at 432. You know what I'm saying? They're like, okay, nah, I'm playing 432. Getting there, y'all. We're getting there. Got two people on in there. What's up, y'all? I'm just making a coffee, man. So we listen to Sean Martin, R.C. Williams, Jaden Washington, Brian Crenshaw, the singer Kavanaugh Tanaka on trumpet. We gonna take this out, alright? This is the record I got up. I got a whole record of this stuff, man. Now give me a couple seconds. We're making a copy. Yeah, that's them dudes, man. Get them brothers in the same room, man. You know it's going down. So tonight we writing lyrics. And I've been using sage to purify the air, you know what I'm saying? So I like to have your mask on, but so I like to burn you some things in the air that automatically purify the air. I like to have those type of things. Um, Plus they just clear the energy in the space, you know what I'm saying? So we got some I'm gonna have some coffee and cocoa together. So it's a cup of coffee. I'm making my coffee. We got two people tuning in. What's up, y'all? Gonna find out who's up this late, you know what I'm talking about? That's enough sage. So we writing the 16 and we coming back. Let me put y'all back on. My homie's playing this music. Jason Davis just got paid. All right, we got some coffee, y'all. Coffee. Cup of coffee. Jason Davis is popping out. We got coffee. So like I told you, thank y'all for sticking around. We got cocoa mixed with coffee. Right? This is Kazoo going hard. Boy, Kazoo bad. Come back to him. I just want y'all to have a little something to listen to. Jason Davis, Jazz South, that was Jason. We got the vibe set. This is episode 3 of A Cup of Coffee with Jason Davis. We just keep it simple. Now, for the past 2 days, we've been writing lyrics, and we've been doing it in a way where we're writing lyrics for a specific record I've been working on. I've taken the record through different steps. I found a bunch of music in my garage, and I began to look at the chords and go, "Oh wow, nobody's playing these chords. Like, everybody's playing some of the stuff now, you know." And I said, nobody's really gotten into this stuff. You know, it's not based upon anything that you've heard, you know, lately. Cup of coffee toasted up. So I said, let me put this with the new beats. So I went and started listening to some of the newer producers, some of the newer, I guess what you say, the newer hit songs. And that started leading me to other, you know, songs. I mean, really, I'm trying to go with a certain tempo range too. I'm trying to stay up there. I'm not trying to play nothing slow. I'm trying to stay up there in tempo. So I started, I made about 6 beats. And from that point, after I made those 6 beats, I messed around and I said, well, shoot, I got these 6 beats. Let me make a 7. And I got to the point where I had about 19 beats that I made on what you would call a Fruity Loops kind of program, an old version of it, you know. I started working on Fruity Loops, so Fruity Loops 1.2, you know. I guess you're talking about 01, 02, I was working on Fruity Loops. So this is before it became a recording program, it was just a beat maker. So I'm making the beats. Coffee's so good. So I'm making the beats, and all of a sudden, I come to the piano, and I just started doing piano scratches with the beats. You know, grouping songs with beats. At this time, I only have 6 beats, 6 tunes, but over the past 3 weeks, I made about 19 of these. And some of them, you know, I'm writing songs as I go along, as I'm tracking, you know, because I go from the piano and then I go and I start doing the virtual instrument thing. And so I go from the virtual instrument thing where I'm, you know, kind of putting in the, you know, if you know what plugins or VST plugins of like a bass, you know, kind of like virtual instruments. I'm just kind of composing actually. Scratching the tracks and composing at the same time, writing the bass line like I want it, writing the chords, saying what instruments I want to orchestrate. And so I'm doing that, and then I get to the point where I say, okay, I want some real drums. So then I get the drum set, hook up my mic, and replacing stuff, you know, replacing hi-hats and snares, adding rim shots in places, and adding little sounds, right? Well, the point I'm at now is this is the week after that. I'm writing lyrics. So I wrote two early this morning or early yesterday morning. And so now I'm working on writing some, but not necessarily with the music. I want to just have some lyrics that are brand new lyrics that are not necessarily associated with the cadence of the track. So I can let it flow on a swing, kind of like on an axis. Um, Last night I was putting the tracks on and writing to the tracks, but I wasn't necessarily doing it from the piano. I was doing it by ear. So some of the tunes, I guess the next thing I'll do after I finish writing, if I can get through two tonight that are poetry in different forms, like this one is a sestina. If I can get through this one and maybe like another kind of form, um, I'll come in and I'll write from the piano with the chord changes, and I'll start to be more linear with the melodies. So I want to write the melodies to these tunes in different ways. Now, some of them I already had a melody to them and words. I would say at least two of them have that. Um, then a couple of them I just heard stuff while I was recording, just influence. So there we are. Um, I got people trying to call in right now, trying to find out where the link is to the show. Which these cup of coffees with Jason Davis are really spontaneous, but I didn't plan on going this early on the cup of coffee with Jason Davis because I felt like it was too early in the morning. But because my time is on another time frame, I tell people you're live. I'm live on YouTube. That should be one of those things you can just respond to a message and say, I'm live on YouTube. Like I said, I thank y'all for tuning in, and we're going to do some writing. So today, like I said, is about actually writing some poetry that's going to fit over some songs. So I got some stuff written that I started on in the other video, and I'll read to you where we are. Needless to say, we're making a sort of down south record, but with some old neo soul chords. And when I say neo soul chords, I mean more like the sense of pretty chords that we put in a loop 20 years ago. And we tried to do the same thing that we heard some of the great producers of neo soul, people like James Porter, folks like that. We heard them doing. Which I got to meet him one time, man. He was really cool dude. I think I met him a couple times. One time particularly in Dallas. And like we used to use their rehearsal room when we went to Philadelphia. They used to let us rehearse at their little spot. They had a room, had the drum heads with the name up there on the top of the room. We were happy to be in there making music, man. City of Brotherly Love, man. Shout out to y'all, man. Y'all were a big influence on brothers like me from Dallas, even way back in the day. So this coffee is hitting, ain't it? It's feeling good. I might wake up this time. Last one I was going to sleep. So to read this a little bit, twice I stood still near nowhere, empty from giving my all. Nice to be living inside a verse. At once we simply drummed past yesterday. That drum past the edge, gave the game away. As I grew, it slowed from day to day. So slow no sound to go there. With a spiral high, surprise the ledge. Sunday arrived, yet seemed so small. At once they vowed to follow all the way. That's what happened when we beamed, then hit reverse. So I got these two verses, and I think that's part of this record, is that I'm just trying to hit two verses and a hook vocally. Uh, I will have vocalists, actual vocalists. Dallas is full of amazing singers and writers and arrangers, and I know a lot of them. How many we still? Oh, we got three on there. What's happening, y'all? Jason, David, Jazz, South Dallas, Jason. As you scrolling along and listening and watching me write lyrics to my new record, you can find my old records, Bandcamp / Jason Davis Jazz, Bandcamp / Dallas Jazz Collective. I got a mixtape over there on Bandcamp. I got my music for Kwanzaa. I got a whole bunch of different other things that, and so a lot of these notes that you may see over here these are notes from watching Sun Ra, the Berkeley lecture. So this whole first part of this record is coming from the first two uh, episodes of that video. So it's a lot of that and the influence. Then I got a whole spiral full of stuff that I haven't even got to. I got Stevie Wonder's Songs in the Key of Life book with the words and the music. And I got my trusty old phone and a cup of coffee with Jason Davis. Look at that. Let me stir that up. A little more coffee. Now this coffee was good and strong. I used like not so much water, but I let the K cup roll, you know. So anyway, back to the song. All I need to do right now is write a hook because all I want is two verses and a hook. This record will have horns, trap beats, pop beats, vocals, and it'll have rap. I may do a little storytelling on it, but I'm keeping the music as far as when it comes to the lyrics to a minimum because I'm real wordy. So I don't want three verses of wordy. I want two verses of wordy and some that you can understand the hook. Then I'll go into the horn soliloquies, and then we'll move into some rap, which I'm reaching out to some rappers now, but if none of these rappers hit me back, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna rap, bro. So I will move this record around at some point to different producers. I may give different tracks to different guys to mix and to put they hump on, you know, to like really take it and just take the track and lean on it, you know. I feel like some of this stuff, if I send it to the right people, they'll go, oh, that's where he's going. Let me put that 808 on it. Let me put this bottom on it. So this record I will do like that. A lot of records I want to do them all myself. You know, I want to do my own records. I don't have nothing to prove on this record, man. We're just trying to do it. Peace out. It's more cocoa in that one than it is coffee, but it's still good. Well, that coffee is hitting so hard. So with the sestina form, if you're not familiar, every line you have 6 lines, and every line ends with a certain word, and so you move those ending words in an opposite order um, for the next stanza. And every stanza changes where you put those 6 ending line words. So the first one is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The next one is 6, 1, 5, 2, 4, 3. The other one is 3, 6, 4, 1, 2, 5. And so it's supposed to be 6 of them, but I'm only doing 2 for now. Just because these songs that I'm making, all these tracks I'm making, um, and this is a think tank. I hope nobody's here trying to be entertained. It's just a think tank. I'm just trying to throw some I'm trying to throw my ideas out there by how I come up with certain records. I don't do all my records like this. Sometimes I just freestyle and just talk, or I send it, to a lyricist to do. Um, so this one in particular, I'm kind of writing in my old style, but when I was kind of doing study group type stuff. So that's what we're doing here. Um, so these songs are gonna be 3 minutes long. Period. 3 minutes, the song's over. Maybe 3 minutes. I don't think any of these songs will go past 4.5, 5 minutes. Will be pushing it, and I'll probably edit that down in the post production. So the other thing is, I will play one of my tunes for you. I got a tune that go like this. And I'll tell you while I'm playing. It's okay to not talk about anything in your tune. This one is saying things, but it's not really talking about nothing. Oh, this speaking for me. I guess it's okay. While garnishing monsters of play through ancestral downlay. Oh, this speaking for me. Away from the sun, circus of fear. This joy I find. Hey, I said I'm everything when I'm still locked inside my brain. Do I take them every day? The format Republican state. Today's level, big piece of today's level. This joy I find inside of me. I wanna see the new place with his light. Now when darkness awaits me inside of me, I wanna see the new place with his light. Now when darkness awaits me, all this weekend for me. So that's how I'm speaking. Give me some snaps or whatever. Only speaking for me. So that's one of the first tunes I wrote about absolutely nothing. That song it talk about so many different things, but never focus in on a object that you could think about it as being about anything. So that's from my influence from listening to Bjork and listening to Joni Mitchell. Those two in particular. Bobby Womack as well. It's songs that make you free to just sing and be. So that's how this sestina form is. When I start to say, as I grew, it slowed from day to day. So slow with no sound to go then with the spiral high. Surprised the ledge Sunday arrived yet seemed so small. It's kind of like it's pushing the idea of poetry more than it's pushing the idea of lyricism through music. So That's why you're not hearing any music right now with these songs, because the other song you heard, it probably started as a poem. Only speaking for me, I can still see both pains, while new polished imposters are blazing through intersections down lanes. Only speaking for me, some heavy words hold me near, get away from the subtle searches of fear. What's up? Number 4, you in the house. I still see both pains, right? So when I write in this sestina form, it's really in that ideology of a Joni Mitchell, uh, making the lyric have prominence over the cadence of the actual melody. So I got some catchy little stuff on the record already, like is it time to ask the question, make a movie, have a baby? I ain't time. I'll just unwind. Boom, 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 boom. If by chance life lets me feel it, I'm pleased to be here. I won't feel it, cause I ain't time. So I got some little stuff on there that's in E. I hope I was right. I was close. Dun, dun. I was in D, but the tune is in E, so it was up a little high. Is it time to ask the question? I might modulate that tune now that I think about it. I might start that in D. Yeah, because nothing on the record modulates. So I might have to go back to the drawing board on the track. I need to make a note of that. Mm, time modulate. Because D going into E is a nice opening up. Because people with those kind of like folky tunes, people want to hear the key of E. But if you start in D, it gives the vocalist the time to go through it. So people that I want to work with on this record in particular, rap wise, I want to work with rappers from every part of the Dallas Metroplex. So I kind of want to get some feedback from actual listeners. And I know who to talk to. I got some homies, that just tell me, say, you need to talk to what's the name, talk to what's the name. But I kind of want to make it even diverse and just asking one or two people. I really want to get people from every little pocket of hip hop from different eras. And so I won't say any names now, but I know who I want. Most of these people are people that I've worked with, that I've, respected for a long time. Folks that I play on the records, folks that I've collaborated with in some kind of way or wanted to collaborate with, and we never got around to it. But yeah, and then people that I don't know. But I know some rappers in Bonton. I know some in Hampton Park. I know some out here in North Dallas. I know some over in the east side of East Dallas. Definitely know some rappers in Oak Cliff, Duncanville, Soto. Up by Park Road. I know some rappers in Dixon. I know some rappers all over Fort Worth. Definitely know some rappers in Fort Worth, Grand Prairie, Arlington. Man, say if I could just pull all these guys together on some records, and just tell them exactly where they fit in that music, I think we'll have a crazy jazz hip hop collaboration. But it's gonna take a jazz musician, kind of stepping away from the solo. But my horn's right here. I sit there and play solos, and I might do it at some point where I just sit up for a day and just play my horn for you. But at some point, we gotta try to merge the music. So if you look at some of my other videos, we're talking. Well, if you look at A Cup of Coffee with Jason Davis episode 2, you'll see I'm talking about what the whole idea of this record is. So moving forward, I need to get off this song. I need a hook for it. I can't really put it with a track right now, so I'm gonna have to label it on the back open lyric. But since I'm on it, I'm gonna try to create a hook for this one song that's real simple. Um, and while I'm talking, I want you to know some of my favorite people as far as when it comes to lyricists. Definitely, Gwendolyn Brooks is probably in my top 10. Definitely Tupac, Paul Laurence Dunbar, Langston Hughes, Phillis Wheatley, uh, County Cullen, T.S. Eliot, William Shakespeare, um, Stevie Wonder. There's some local people that I really think are amazing. Local to me, to Dallas, some people that are not, I mean say local, but some natives of Dallas that are just amazing. Um, and I'm trying not to be a name dropper, but I'm gonna look up some Gwendolyn Brooks because Gwendolyn Brooks wrote, and the first thing that comes up is her front yard. I wrote some jazz tunes to Gwendolyn Brooks' poetry, like stuff like this, like her real cool. I went, we were cool, we were clean, we strike straight, we sing, jazz, something like that. I don't remember the chorus. We real cool. And stuff like that. I did like a whole set of music to Gwendolyn Brooks stuff that she got one of. Let's see. I was standing in the front yard all night. I want to hear you about the back I want to stay in the front yard. Where children play on all the good times today. They did some wonderful things. They had some wonderful fun. My folks still think that seems right, and they want to go through the water. Try to say that I didn't really go through it to get back. And children think they don't on that lady. On the ground, up in the heat, on the bed, that kind of stuff. I just mean for her to write a poem like that, and just for me to hear it, and I'm hearing the rhythm of it, I'm like, that's rhythm change, but it fits perfectly, you know. So what I began doing on this record, like writing music with myself from 20 years ago, when I found out this music in the garage, it's like I can put all this influence together now, where I realized that at some point I have to write poetry. So I'm a Gwendolyn Brooks fan. Uh, and not to say that I know all of her stuff, I don't know enough of it. Uh, but at this point, for this hook, I want to find something. I want to find something in her work that influences this hook, because I've been in Sestino form. All right, we still got 4 y'all still hanging out with me. Appreciate you. I want to find something in her poetry that influences this hook, and I don't want it to be one of the ones that I already know. So here's one. She says, "To be in love is to touch with a lighter hand. In yourself, you stretch. You are well." So I'm gonna find out if there's a full poem that has that, because that's kind of cool. It's not kind of cool. It's cool. Super cool. So let's see if there's a whole thing there. Yeah, and most of all, I'm a Beatles fan as well. Every last one of them individually as songwriters. Used to have this book called Beowulf to Beatles and Beyond. I would say that's the most important book I've ever used in order to write lyrics to songs. Outside of the dictionary, the Thesaurus, and the Bible, but as far as a textbook, that is like that's some bad stuff. That's a great textbook. That taught me right. All right, so this Gwendolyn Brooks is, "To be in love is to touch things with a lighter hand. In yourself, you stretch, you are well. You look at things through his eyes. A cardinal is red. The sky is blue. Suddenly, you know he knows too. He is not there, but you know you are tasting together. The winter or lighter spring weather. And I'm not gonna go through the whole poem, but I'm already liking that for the kind of cadence of a hook for this song. Although I don't know which track this will go with, I'm gonna go for it. And what I like to do is I like to take pivot words, but I also like to do the opposite of what the writer is talking about. I don't just want to paraphrase. I kind of want to oppose the writer or commentate what the writer is doing as if they are on the field and I'm in the press box watching. So I don't write love songs. I don't. I probably got some that'll be coming, um, but I don't really write those type of songs. So I probably will not use too much of to be in love is to touch things with like I won't do that. I'll come and I'll think about it like a blues musician, like when a blues, you know, I'll think about it from a parable, right? We'll disguise it out. So I want to talk about stretching yourself. So I need to make sure that these two sestina stanzas make sense with my hook, so I can bring it all together, so that the rapper don't have to, you know, go too far into a different story, which makes it all kind of too hard to distinguish between song and song. So we want to give it some clarity in songs and verse. So I'm gonna start by saying day to day because I said that before. Day to day. Who is that? Day to day is more inconsequential. Oh, I felt like I'm the one that took it down. Ghetto boys, right? They say day by day. We're gonna say day to day. Day to day. I'm just gonna say just whatever's in my mind at this point. We empty out. The one thing about writing is you can change stuff later. You don't really like you said, you gotta get it out. Like this integrity of brush stroke, like put some paint on the paintbrush and paint. Like that's the sign of an amateur painter. It's like that. I put some paint on the brush. And don't be going back over your brush strokes. Like put it on the mean it, more paint. Don't be afraid. The paint costs $15. No, put some paint on the brush, right? So that's how I write. I kind of just, if I got something in my head, I write it down. Day to day, we empty out. Mm, I think I'm gonna write about what I just said. Is like integrity of brushstroke, like putting something on the on the brush. So I'm gonna say day to day, we empty out a line of red, a stroke of blue, and then we're gonna say integrity, the brush conducts. Day to day, we empty out a line of blue, a stroke of, I'm sorry. Day to day, we empty out a line of red, a stroke of blue, integrity, the brush conducts. Um, conducts about the new. Day to day, we empty out a line of red, a stroke of blue, integrity, the brush conducts about the new. Suddenly, This is supposed to be a hook, so I can't make this a verse. It's got to be a catch. Day to day, we empty out a line of red, a stroke of blue integrity. The brush conducts about the new. Suddenly, I don't know, this turned into a verse. Suddenly, you cannot look. But don't say you better not look. Suddenly, you better not look. So go and stretch. Suddenly, you better not look. So go and stretch. Start painting things. Start painting things. And I'm going to say the love in you. So now we got a hook. Just that quick. So all the lyrics to this one song, we have no kind of chord kind of thing. So this is two pieces of a sestina and a hook. So you just watch me come on. What's up, y'all? You still there? Coffee. Cup of coffee with Jason Davis. Man, we have one from down this one. Oh, that's too sweet. Ooh. Crack open this one. So, anyway. Because the caffeine is kicking in now. Y'all gonna see me doing that a lot. Here's the lyrics to this, and I'm gonna leave it alone. We're gonna go to the next one, and I'll try another form. And we'll mess with that. Twice I stood near nowhere, empty from going. I'm sorry. Twice I stood near nowhere, empty from giving my all. Nice to be living inside a verse at once. We simply drummed past yesterday that drummed past the edge. Gave the game away as I grew. It slowed from day to day. So slow with no sound to go there with a spiral high. Surprised the ledge Sunday arrived yet seemed so small. At once they vowed to follow all the way. That's what happened. When we beam, then hit reverse. Day to day, we empty out a line of red and stroke of blue. Integrity the brush conducts about the new. Suddenly, you better not look. So go and stretch, start painting things. And I'm gonna put after painting things, I'm gonna put the word perfect. The love in you. So let me read it again. I'm trying to make the lines not end in that verse, that kind of sestina form. That's the whole idea is that, you know, let it not have those stopping points, but let the words be pivot words. So twice I stood still near nowhere, empty from going. I keep saying, I want to say going. I need to be careful with that. That word might need to change to going. Okay, twice I stood still near nowhere. Alliteration. Is that funny? I need more alliteration in here. Twice I stood still near nowhere. Yeah, near nowhere. Uh, I want some alliteration there, but instead of making it near nowhere, I'm gonna try to find something that'll maybe work with my giving, living that's coming, and I'm gonna say kneeling, even though that begins with a K. it's gonna give that giving, living kind of thing, some kind of words not coming out of nowhere. So I'm at the point now where I'm gonna add a little more things that kind of give it some kind of Jason Davis flavor, so to say. Twice I stood still near nowhere, kneeling empty from giving up my all. Nice to be living inside a verse. At once we simply drummed past yesterday. That drum past the edge, gave the game away. As I grew it slow from day to day. So slow with no sound to go there. With spiral high. Surprised the ledge Sunday arrived. It seemed so small. At once they vowed to follow all the way. That's what happened when we beam, then hit reverse. Day to day. We empty out a line of red, a stroke of blue, integrity the brush conducts about the new. Suddenly, you better not look. So go and stretch. Start painting things. Perfect the love in you. So that one, some open lyrics. I'm putting it up here in this stack with the other songs. That's poem number one. Um, I like it. It's a sestina. And if you don't watch this video, you probably won't know what I'm talking about in that song. You'll be like, what in the world is he on? All right, so next technique, we want to, and this Stevie book has got like, it's not, don't just have the music and stuff, but I'm gonna show it to you. But it's got like all of the, uh, it's got the lyrics like written out as like a lyric sheet. So this is gonna be fun. This technique, what I want to do, clean this up. I might need to see this. So this technique that I'm gonna do is gonna be like the opening the book at random, and yeah, opening the book at random and just writing that. You know, not even commentating this time, but thinking about it as a hype man, a cosign. You know how you watching what's the name of that movie CB4, where every time Charlie Murphy say something, you got that dude with the thing. He say, yeah. He just he just repeating everything that Charlie Murphy say with the little thing on his neck. So that's what I'm thinking this time. We love Stevie Wonder. The first lyric I see it says they've been spending most of their lives living in a future paradise. Okay, so I'm going to close the book. I'm not going to harp too much on it because we know where that comes from. So they've been spending most of their lives living in a future paradise. So I'm going to say um, that whole future paradise must have been really nice. I saw it once before, but why does it relocate so much? Why does it I put relocate? Why does it relocate so much every time I hit the door. So it's kind of like I use that lyric and kind of just freestyle. It's hard to freestyle when you write because I can't write as quick as I think. I'm always thinking about something new, so I have to try to get it out. But then I'm thinking about the future paradise as being a place that I went to and that I visited, and then I visited there again, and it was like, where did you've been through there? Like, where did everything go? Like, they used to be over there. Then it used to be a thing over there. We used to go do that, at, and it's not gonna see. So that's kind of like what I'm writing about now. So I'm gonna open up another random page. I'm gonna co-sign, but then I'm gonna make it kind of personal too, right? And pull in the front of the book. Here we go. The force of evil plans to make you its possession. The force of evil plans to make you its possession. So my that that version of that is gonna be you think, I'll put you think you want to deal with the board, but fact of the matter is hush, hush, has been stored. So since that line was very short, I kept that little response short. So what we're doing now is we're using like a lot of what you call not necessarily slang, but like one liners. You know, like when I talk to certain members of my family, I know what they're gonna what their response is gonna be. Fact of the matter is, bro, this is gonna be like this. And quiet as this kept, you gonna see. So when you're putting some music to the streets with that street beat, why not have one that's just totally talking to the street? Not necessarily a dialect, but really a commentation, a commentation. That's a real word. Look it up. But a commentary on, what was being said in 1976. Because the last thing we want to do is try to bite what this man wrote. You know what I'm saying? What we want to do is we want to give him respect and say, hey man, you were talking about this stuff back then in your way. So we want to come and we want to work with this. Now, I'm going to embellish these words. So what we're doing with these is we're coming with these as pivot words. These are going to be just ways to pivot through a full song, right? So these are going to be kind of like the outline, not necessarily in a verse thing or a hook or a bridge thing, but just something that just we're going to trust that it's going to fit with one of the tracks. That's really what we want to immediately do with this. Is think to ourselves that, oh, this is going to fit with one of the tracks. Right? Get our beverage going here. Cup of coffee with Jason Davis. Chocolate. All right, so random. And this doesn't have to be very long. I'll probably do like two more randoms, right? The world has made, I'm sorry, the world was made for all men. Our people, our babies, our children, our couples. All right. So that makes me think about this land is your land. So I'm gonna put patch up, pay, attention. Um, every one check your intention. We are sitting on a chosen spot, free to swing and chunk a rock. So it just made me think about being in the country on a tire swing and getting out the tire swing and going over to some water, throwing the rock sideways, trying to make them skip. Trying to see if we can make them skip the most times. Um, that's some good lyric, uh, right there. So at this point, yeah, it's one more time. Let's go back in. So let's go back to. She's a devastating beauty, a pretty girl with ebony eyes. Now that, um, most of this record is about, how to treat the planet and putting the planet back in tune with the universe. So I'll start this one out by saying, creative making is not needed for the beauty has devastated the media. Creative shaping pretty much takes the evening and has the city. We want to stop there just because we're at the end of the page. So we're going to label this open lyric. Because the thing is, most of the time when people that judge whether you talk about something or not in your song, they just want to make sure that whatever you talk about, you know, ain't no crap. They don't really need to understand what you're talking about. I mean, I can look at some of the great artwork. I like visual art too. You can't tell. I like that part of visual uh, artwork. I like to paint, and I like to do it because it's something that is layered in front of you. You know, kind of like recording it with music. But music is something that is layered like that, linear and reaching. So let me read this lyric to you. We're gonna move on to the next technique. The coffee has woken me up because I was sleepy. Thank you for hanging out with me, Jason Davis, Jazz South Dallas. Jason, you can find my music by going to Amazon, iTunes, Spotify, and putting in Jason Davis singing, and you will find my music. That old Future Paradise must have been really nice. I saw it once before. But why does it relocate so much? Every time I hit the door, you think you want to deal with the board. But fact of the matter is, hush hush has been stored. Patch up, pay attention. Everyone check your intention. We're sitting on a chosen spot, free to swing and chunk a rock. Creative making is not needed, for beauty has devastated the meeting. Creative shape pretty much taken the evening and has the city. So that's a good one. That's an open lyric. We're gonna put that up there. All right. Next technique. Um, we want to take another form and work it. So we did the sestina form. We did a random. Let me look up some other types of forms. Then it's from where that from? Yep. So I'm even gonna. Oh, drumsticks. Maybe we can get off the word thing. Oh, look, I changed the light when it's time. Right? The lights react to the sun. So I can get brighter like the what color y'all want? Red. I like red. Green. Let's see which one. I like that yellow. We'll go yellow. Okay, so I just looked in there randomly found these sticks. Drumsticks. So I'm gonna write off the rhythm. So the first thing I'm thinking about. So I'm thinking you're taking your time figuring it out, right? If I can get that much written with a rhythm like that, I can pretty much embellish that later on. So let me just do different rhythms, little segments, like it's a snare drum solo, right? Taking your time, figuring it out, figure it out. Um, we're gonna say taking a launch. Okay. Taking a launch, making a punch, giving up clout. Taking your time, figuring it out, taking a lunch, making a punch, giving it, okay. Taking your time, figuring it out, taking a lunch, making a punch, giving up clout. We're going to say never in doubt. And then we're going to say, so what? Just because we want to say so what, right? Okay. Right? Taking your time, figuring it out, taking a lunch, making a punch, giving a clout, never in doubt, so what? Right? Right. So we got a rhythm there. Now we want to go for, we probably do, and this will probably be, one of them tunes that just a song full of hooks, a song full of rhythmic stuff that, kind of catchy. It's probably got some kind of beat that won't stop doing the same thing, right? So what we want to do is just, we don't want to get too deep because we got a lot of deep stuff over here, a lot of deep words, a lot of esoteric knowledge and information. We just want to have something that's taking your time, figuring it out, taking the lunch, making a punch, giving a clout, never in doubt, so what? And I probably won't say so what. I'll probably say what. Right? Say what? So this tune will probably be called say what, right? So it's come with another rhythm. So um, uh-huh. Mm. So I'm thinking like every time you see me, knowledge is really increasing. Every time you see me, knowledge is really increasing. Every time you see me, knowledge is really increasing. Right? Right? Mm. Right. Right. Every time you see me, knowledge is really increasing. Let's see. Every time you see me, knowledge is really increasing. I'm gonna put the word handle up right there. handle, G-N-D, handle, buckle up. See, this stuff don't have to be real deep. Every time you see me now, it's really appreciate handle, buckle up, everything. Every time you see me now, it's really appreciate handle, buckle up. I don't say pay attention. Pay attention to the thing you mentioned. Pay attention. I don't say trust and draw. Pay attention, trust and draw attention. Pay attention, trust and draw attention. Set it up. What is up? Right? Every time you see me, knowledge is really increasing. Handle, buckle up, pay attention, trust and pay attention. God, trust and draw attention, set up, buckle up. Right. So even if I forget these rudiments that I'm playing, like I forgot these, it's not important because I'm not replaying snare drum on this record. I think the rhythm of the lyrics kind of give it that feel. So I'm gonna give you these lyrics. And I'm gonna shut this one down because I can come off this first part and draw another one later. And I can come off the second part and come with a B side to it. Let me let you hear this. Couple calls with Jason Davis, first of all, man. Toast it up. Taking your time, figure it out. Take a lunch, make a punch, giving up clout, never in doubt. Say what? Every time you see me, knowledge is really increasing. Handle up, buckle up. Pay attention, trust, and draw attention. Set it up. What is up? We're going to keep that. That's going to be open lyric. We're not going to number it. So we know that one has a rhythmic flow to it. So some of these not going to take a long time. All right. So I have a piece of paper over here that already has some lyrics that I wrote before. And then we got some song titles. So I'm either gonna do one or two things. I'm either gonna take a rap that I already got and I'm gonna turn it into a song, or I'm gonna take some lyrics I got in and take them a little further. So let me just read what I got here. I always wonder what it do. I need time. I didn't write this correctly. I never miss the time I blew. We choosing every day is true. So this is called Vista View. I see you in the Vista View. I always wonder what to do. I never miss the time I blew. I'm choosing every day is true. So this is some stuff that I think I would want to use. Because this could go bad. And then they say, ain't it funny? They be tripping. I'm just like writing so bad on here. Somehow, ain't it funny? Ooh, I wish I knew what to say. Ain't it funny how people just what they want to do? But, man, it's faded out. Man, this was some good stuff. I just, but I think I can take some existing lyrics here Instead of going off one of the groups and Stevie Wonder or off the snare drum or any of that, I think I can come with something I already got. Just say, you shooting and chasing and hunting. Boy, what kind of world are you living in? We ain't no toys. We ain't no boys. I'm a true, real man. Not the man, not the man. Shit, we ain't playing. This might be a bad song, right? So I'm sure that there was something crazy going on in our society when I wrote this. You know what I'm saying? Which is always something crazy going on. But, cup of coffee with Jason Davis toasted up. So let me just rewrite something here, and I'll say it out loud. Um, and some of this I already know. This song is called Vista View. And the first couple of words is I really get the gist of you. And then I say, I always, and I'm kind of paraphrasing, I always wondered, and I'll just say wonder. I always wonder what you do. I never miss a time I blew. I never missed. And so on this part, I'll say I never missed a time that blew. We talking about the time that blew by. I never missed a time that blew. We choosing every day is true. So next, this part I can't read. It just looks like I can't tell if this is bigs or gigs. I see you in the vista view. That's where the name of the song comes from. It's called Vista View. I see you in the vista view. I'm just gonna freestyle now. Now sitting near the core of who? And this one is easy because it's just got the same ooh sound at the end of every phrase. Now sitting at the core of who, I want to end this one with through and through. Now sitting near the core of you while peeping real game through and through. Let's take our time and start anew. And I can always repeat that last line again if it really don't fit. But right now we don't have any music going, so we're gonna fit this to some melodies, right? And to some chords and to some beats. I want to go into this flip side of this envelope. What's inside the envelope? What's in the performance contract? That might mess around and be a check off in here. Nah, I'm gonna say you shooting, chasing, hunting, two. Um, well, we see this is when I would get on my phone and pull out the rhyme dictionary, right? This is how I write. I'm just showing you. I get out the rhyme dictionary and I'm gonna put in that you or blue. And once I get out the rhyme dictionary, oh yeah, I'm gonna have some pivot words and it's gonna take this song. Cause I probably want about four of these kind of things, and I can if they don't make sense, I can see that's the dictionary. I need the rhyme dictionary. And thank y'all for hanging out watching me write these tunes because I'm gonna put them out. Webster's Dictionary of Rhyme. See, it's taking me to the word rhyme in the Webster's Dictionary. Rhyme dictionary. This is what we're gonna need. I don't necessarily need the rap version. I just need a rhyme dictionary. It'll take a little while. Yeah, blue and shoe is like the first one on there. It's probably like the most common word that people turn around with. Search for rhymes. So I can do end rhymes or I can do last syllable rhymes, double rhymes, triple rhymes. Why not put it on, just to be cool, let's put it on double rhymes. And I'm going to put in you. I can't tell you what a double rhyme is. I'm thinking maybe it's two words that rhyme, like through and through. I need some double rhymes like that. It's really not giving me anything. It doesn't like the fact I asked for double rhymes. I'll do end rhymes. All right, so we got a lot of words. Clue. So as soon as I see clue, I want to say catch a clue. You're shooting, chasing, hunting too. I'm gonna put chilling. Won't you catch a clue? Right? So now I'll go back to the rhyme dictionary. I need like two more. Um, I want to go grew, but I think it's I'm chilling, won't you catch a clue? Shooting, chasing, hunting too. I'm chilling, won't you catch a clue? I want to use the word woo at the end. That's gonna be hard. That's okay though. I'm chilling, won't you catch a clue? I'm gonna say 2 laps around. So why you shouting woo? Let's do one more. Cup of coffee with Jason Davis. You shooting, chasing, hunting too. I'm chilling, won't you catch a clue? 2 laps around, so 2 laps around, 2 laps around, so two laps around, 2 laps have got you shouting woo. 2 laps have got you, yeah, 2 laps have got you shouting woo. I had one more, let's see what it is. Okay, cool. Um, so slick and spoiled beneath the crew. You just gotta be deep to even know what that means. I'm talking about crude oil and spoiled and all that stuff. Anyway, they'll figure it out one day. And slick. So slick and spoiled beneath the crew. So let me read all this to you. I really get the gist of you. I always wonder, oh, I'm sorry, let me start over so you don't lose. I really get the gist of you. I always wonder what it do. I never miss the time I blew. We choosing every day is true. I see you in the vista view, now sitting near the core of who, while peeping real game through and through. Let's take our time and start anew. You shooting, chasing, hunting too. I'm chilling. Won't you catch a clue? 2 laps have got you shouting, woo. So slick and spoiled beneath the crew. I believe we need a fourth one, but at this time, I'm gonna put a big question mark. So one more time, right? I missed some words up there. I really get the gist of you. I always wonder what it do. I never miss the time that blue. We choosing every day is true. I see you in the vestibule. Now sitting near the core of who? While peeping real game through and through, let's take our time and start anew. You shooting, chasing, hunting too. I'm chilling. Want to catch a clue. Two laughs have got you shouting, woo. So slick and spoiled beneath the crew. Right. So this last one, like I say, I'm gonna say that, and I'm just gonna write this one as an open lyric. Remember, I need like whew, at least 10 more. You know what I'm saying? So at this time, I'd like to thank you for joining me. Cup of coffee with Jason Davis. Um, finish my coffee, okay? Chocolate over there. Hit my cup. This has been fun. Got some songs from yesterday. I guess I'll review some of these. Yeah, this is some good stuff. This is a nice variety here. A lot of these are notes. Yeah, so reviewing some lyrics from yesterday, so you can kind of see the point in doing this from different days before I leave you. Show me to the blueprint, maybe. Secrets of wisdom. Let me know what you're talking about. You can't walk out with parables. Some let me figure all the shareables and duality. Equation make me judge you somehow. Rhythm is nudging. Now gracefully we stepping out. Move forward, be willing. Stay prepping. Counting all the billing. Arrive, go see. Time will pass, but still, where's the sound? A master musician must put it down. Sails and scales strike straight from the underground. Blueprint, wisdom, parables, swinging down. That's one of them from yesterday. Humanity is searching for quality, instinct, sound. To me, it seems worth it to rethink just how we went out of bounds. You better make, you better wait, be different. Give, don't take the moment. Fresh energy is worth it. Though unique, I still can't say there goes the sound. Once we cross the paper chase, that's when we evolve. Shut up in a special place, shouting, we can't call it. Finding not the modern way, moments seem to have more say. Give it up, just watch me play. To me, it seems. This one is more like a long lyric, but it's very short. It says, out of order with her, we must tune. Today, we came up with twice I stood still near nowhere kneeling, empty from giving my all. Nice to be living inside a verse. At once, we simply drum past yesterday. That drum past the edge, gave the game away. As I grew, it slowed from day to day. So slow with no sound to go. There, with the spiral, high, surprised the ledge. Sunday, arrived yet seemed so small. And once they vowed to follow all the way, that's what happened when we then hit reverse. Day to day, we empty out a line of red, a stroke of blue, integrity the brush conducts about the new. Suddenly, you better not look. So go and stretch. Start painting things perfect. The love in you. Perfect the love in you. Next one. That old future paradise Must have been really nice. I saw it once before. But why does it relocate so much every time I hit the door? You think you want to deal with the board, but fact of the matter is, hush hush has been stored. Patch up and pay attention. Everyone, check your intention. We are sitting on a chosen spot, free to swing and chunk a rock. Creative making is not needed, for the beauty has devastated the meeting. Creative shape pretty much talking the evening and has the seat. Next, take your time, figure it out, take a lunch, make a punch, give a cloud, never in doubt. Say what? Every time you see me, knowledge is really increasing. Handle up, buckle up, pay attention, trust, and draw attention. Set it up. What is up? And lastly, I really get the gist of you. I always wonder what it do. I never miss the time that blew. We choosing every day is true. I see you in the victory. Never sitting near the core. Now you're sitting near the core of who? While peeping real game through and through, let's take our time and start anew. You shooting, chasing, hunting too. I'm chilling. Want to catch a clue? Two laps have got you shot. Woo. So slick and spoiled beneath the crew. So those are our lyrics so far for this upcoming record. I thank you for chilling with me, sharing in this writing process. This is how I write lyrics. I never had an opportunity to just practice some of these techniques. I have other techniques for writing. These are just a few. Jason Davis Jazz, South Dallas. Jason, if you like what you saw tonight and you want to support, please share it with a friend. Hit me up. I like Cash App, Jason Davis Jazz. Cash App, Jason Davis Jazz. Um, you can buy my records, or you can just send me some lyrics. Email me if you like some of the stuff and you think what I'm talking about fits what you're talking about. You can submit lyrics to me for this record. And perhaps some of the other stuff on my record will be other people writing with me. So send me some stuff. It can be poems. It can be, you singing, a link to you singing or you speaking. Um, Send it to jasondavisjazz@yahoo.com. That's my email address. Um, Preface it, with a title where I can understand there's some lyrics from my record. If you would like to write with me via social media, let's set up a time. Let's get it done. Thank you very much. This has been a cup of coffee with Jason Davis. Don't get no better than this. So thank you for hanging out with me. Peace.